Let's make Play-Doh. Hey guys, today we are making my all-time favorite Play-Doh recipe. It comes together really fast, so let's get started. First things first, let's gather all our ingredients and have them around your bowl. So I have my flour here and the rest of my ingredients back here, as well as my water already in a pot. And the first thing I'm gonna do is put the water to boil because I want it to be ready by the time I need it in my bowl. And like I said, it comes together super fast. So now that the water is boiling, I'm going to take my measuring cup and I'm gonna measure the flour because it's the first ingredient in our Play-Doh. The trick with this Play-Doh is to pat down the flour already in the cup. So we want it to be really compact to get an accurate measurement of 1 cup. So I'm just gonna bang it onto the table and compact the flour to make sure it's 1 full cup of flour. Then I'm gonna pour my flour into my bowl, and the way you know that it compacted well is that it holds the cup shape. So I'm gonna turn it. See? And it held the cup shape inside of the bowl. This is an accurate measurement of 1 cup of flour. I'm gonna use the same measuring cup for my entire recipe. So I'm gonna grab the salt and measure half a cup of salt. You don't have to compact the salt. You might be like, whoa, that is a lot of salt, but the salt is what keeps it fresh on the shelf. So I would definitely go with the full half a cup of salt to make sure that it lasts your full 6 months. For my third dry ingredient, I'm gonna add the cream of tartar. It's going to be 2 tablespoons of cream of tartar. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but you know what I mean. You could hear the water already boiling. So I'm gonna leave it boiling because I want it to be bubbling almost at the time that I'm gonna pour it into here. It's exactly what's going to kill the bacteria in the flour. So it's important that it is boiling. For now, I'm going to mix all the dry ingredients together and make sure that they are very well mixed. That's mixed, and I'm going to use, again, the same measuring cup to pour my water in. I'm going to add my food coloring straight into the boiling water. It helps with mixing the color evenly in the Play-Doh and it's less messy. So I'm going to add about 5 drops of my absolute favorite food coloring. You know it's the Wilson color, right? And I'm gonna mix this up. Leave it on the side for 1 second while I grab my oil and measure 1 tablespoon of regular oil. You could use any oil. I just go with the cheapest always. And quickly pour in my boiling water. This is where you want to do this part as an adult, just so the kids don't get burnt. And you want to start mixing this immediately. Like I said, the boiling water is what's going to kill the bacteria in the flour, so it's important, especially if you want the recipe to be tasty. You want to keep mixing until it is cool enough to touch it. So right now it's still too hot for the boiling water. I'm just gonna keep mixing in the flour with the dough. You can already see in the bowl how nice of a texture it is. Once you start to play with it with your hands, it really comes together. You don't feel the full consistency until it is completely cool. So if you feel like it's still a little wet and soft, that's because it has to cool down. So don't add more water or more flour until it has been completely cooled down. Okay, so now I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put it onto my table. roll your sleeves up and start to play with it. So it's just cool enough for me to touch with my hands already. And it's already such a beautiful texture. Seriously, this is my absolute favorite Play-Doh just because, as you saw, it came together really, really fast, and it's almost like fail-proof. It also lasts 6 months plus on the shelf without any like special instructions or anything. It just is amazing, and the texture feels just like Play-Doh. It almost smells just like Play-Doh, and it tastes safe for kids. So yeah, my absolute favorite, you guys. You can see how fast that came together. Okay, so color is perfectly even. It's an amazing weight. I'm gonna wait for it to cool down completely to get the true texture. But as you can tell, my hands are not dirty at all, not sticky at all, just amazing. So, show you the texture, just like Play-Doh. Stretchy, soft, moldable, amazing. And as I do in all of my tutorials, make a nice ball and do the satisfying effect of ripping it apart. To store the Play-Doh, you're going to wait until it has completely cooled down, and you're going to grab some plastic wrap, saran wrap, whatever you want to call it, and you're going to wrap your Play-Doh in it. So this is a little tricky, but this is how I like to do it. Like this, grab my Play-Doh, tuck it under, rip it off, and I like to make it like super extra tight for some reason. So just grab it and like press down. Like that. Like all the way around, and like a candy. And then I go like this, and it's like a little candy. And then you store it in an airtight container. So this is a little bit big, but so you get an idea, I'm gonna put it in here with like all my other colored Play-Dohs. So I put it in here, like that, and I store it at room temperature for up to 6 months, but sometimes a little more. And that's it.